details. Backlash is growing tonight against a racist joke made by a speaker at a former President Donald Trump's rally last night at Madison Square Garden in New York. It was one of several aimed at the Latino community, specifically people from Puerto Rico. The Trump campaign is now distancing itself from one of those derogatory remarks, but that's no comfort to the many people who found it shocking. Action News reporter Taronda Thomas here now with more. In Toronto, Democrats are now using the controversy to highlight what they say is a pattern.
Yes, Rick, including here in our area, which has a significant Hispanic population. While members of Trump's team point to the fact that it was just a joke, Democrats say it's no laughing matter.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
A joke that's not getting a lot of laughs.
I'm not laughing, folks.
Latino Democratic leaders in Pennsylvania speaking out against the racist jokes by comedian Tony Hinchcliffe at former President Donald Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden.
He has shown us time and time again that he doesn't value us, that he doesn't value our vote.
The comments aren't just controversial, they could be consequential in Pennsylvania, where Puerto Rican people make up 3.7% of the population.
It's a very close election. That 3.7% could sway at least Pennsylvania one way or the other.
Drexel professor Michael Kozak points to the importance of the Hispanic voting bloc. More than 1 million people in Pennsylvania are Hispanic and nearly 250,000 in Philadelphia. Our 6 ABC data team also found there are more than 486,000 Puerto Ricans in Pennsylvania. Well over 136,000 live in Philadelphia, and in Reading, nearly 31,000, meaning Puerto Ricans make up 32.7% of that city's population.
In my political career, in fact, as a grown man, I've never felt so degraded.
We reached out to several people in the Trump campaign. They directed us to a statement which reads, quote, "This joke does not reflect the views of President Trump or the campaign." As we inch closer to Election Day, more people now paying attention to the potential impact of the Latino vote.
Something this close to the election can have an impact.
We also reached out to the Republican Party here in Pennsylvania for comment. They did not respond. Now, several Republican lawmakers were quick to make it clear that the comment was not funny, adding the rhetoric does not reflect GOP values. Shari?
But such a large voting bloc to offend this way. Okay, Taronda, thanks.